coming in from this side today. Get that fixed. I'm covering for 2. I'm in broad daylight, but I'm going to keep going regardless of that. So we'll get that fixed and later. So it's actually lighter, so hopefully I'm able to read these. This time round, I've got them the wrong way round. Successful start. Right, which one should this be? Yes, this is week 2, so I'm running 2 into 1 because I could be bothered being left behind, so we'll speed run this. Right, so the Ballroom Adams on 23, Eddie 22, Amanda 29, 18, 29, Bobby Nikita, Christian and Only on 20, Annabelle 22, Leah 16, the lowest, Nigel 27, 31 D'Angela R, Leighton 36, the most on there, Angela S 23, 31 to Ellie, 21 and 23 to Jodie and Zara in Latin. 19 for Adam, lower. Eddie 21, consistent. Amanda not done a Latin. Nikita didn't do it. Bobby didn't do. Christian and 22, so the only one there more for their Latin so far. But Annabelle 28, 6 up. Leah's 15, 1 lower. Nigel 32, 5 more. Angela R 28, a little bit lower. Leighton 29, considerably lower. Angela S 29, better. And Ellie 29, a wee bit lower. Jodie 16, bit lower. And Zara 19, again slightly lower. But to make up for the fact I didn't do Latin, Amanda 32 on her speciality, Nikita 18 and Bobby 29. So that was quite predictable, staying pretty much in line with her other scores. So that was just a wee... no, I can't do that. You can hardly read their names, but you can read the numbers. You just can't read their names. But yeah, that's the first half, and then all the way down to there. I'm gonna move over, maybe get more light in. That's hopefully better. So week 3, Adam's on 23. He's now bumped just Latin up to 22.5. Now we're getting into when they're doing more than one of them. Eddie 34 for speciality. Amanda's kicked off to 30 in Latin, staying very consistent. Nikita's out now, 21 in Latin. Bobby 32 for his first Latin dance. Christian 30 for his Charleston. Annabelle 26, so she's put it up a wee bit, her ballroom. Nigel 28.5, he's kicked his Latin down. Angela R's kicked her ballroom down to 28.5. Leighton has kicked his ballroom down to 32, a lot of kicking down there. Angela Scanlon 35 for her Charleston. Ellie 32, so she's bopped that up a bit. Jodie 20 for his American Smooth, and Zara bopped her ballroom or Latin to 22. So that's that list. It's hard whenever the camera is horizontal, but hopefully you can read that. Hope for my sake too you can read it. No, we'll leave that. Who was the most in line with? I like it. It's always Anton. It doesn't matter what week it is. It's always going to be Anton because he's the most generous. So I have an average of 6.79. Anton literally 1 mark behind in 6.77. Motzi 666. Shirley 643 and Craig 586. So they're all very close. Or points, actually, should I say. So Motzi being more generous than Shirley and Craig. I could change though again, especially with this going on. That became closer each week. Maybe Anton will be overly generous tonight and over Mark. Who knows? Yes, who'll leave, right. So Jodie was my first prediction. It was Leah's who went, then Nikita. Nikita did go, and now my prediction for this week, I think Jodie could be in trouble. I can't see him doing very well with the salsa. Very difficult, and he hasn't proved to be a natural at Latin. Actually, I'll update that. That was because I hadn't had that filled in, actually, so there's that fixed. The dancer's average. This is the judges against me. So Les went out in 15.50 and I give him 14.50 on average. 19 from the judges and 21.33. So it's just basically all the scores and then you divide them by the amount of dances they did. The dance boards of the cha-cha. There's been quite a lot of cha-chas ranging from 19 to 28 and then in the middle 22 20, and then 21. Rumba, we've only had one rumba at 30. The paso, we've had one great one at 32, an average at 25 and a bad one at 16. Again, very similar with the sambas, 15 and then the good ones 29 and 32. The jive, no 30s for a jive yet. There's been 29s and 26s and the lowest 21s. It's quite average. In the ballroom, 18 and 30 for a waltz. That's quite a range. The Viennese waltz, there's been 33. And it's been quite similar in scores. The tango, 25 or 23, 16 and 23. The foxtrot, 29 and 20, and then mix of 31s. And then in the quick step, there's been 22, 21, 23, 26, all in the 20s, but then that massive 36. And then in the speciality, there's been a lot of Charlestons, 29, 18, 35, and 30. There's been one salsa, 32, American Sweet 20, couple's choice, 34. So the Charleston is leading the most. Oh yes, the better than last year board. So it's by no surprise that the first two out did better in their scores the year before with Helen and Will compared to Les and Nikita. Worst score from judges, Annabelle still on 22, Zara still on 19, Jodie still on 16, Nikita still on 18 and will be. Christian still on 20, Leighton down to 28, Angela Rippon down to 26, Ellie still on 29, Bobby still the same, and Amanda, a bunch of 29s, Nigel down to 25 and getting lower every week, Angela AS 23, Adam 19, and then Eddie stayed at 21. So they've all stayed pretty similar then. And it's pretty similar with the best scores. Annabelle 30, it's one up. Zara up to 25. Jodie still on 21. Nikita's on 21. Now Christian up to 30. Leighton still on 36, Angela Rippon still on 31, Ellie's on 33 is their best, Bobby's now on 32, Amanda's not still on 32, Nigel's still on 32, Angela is still on 32, no she's not, she's up to 35, Adam's up to 26, and Eddie's now at a massive change up to 34. Whether it was deserved or not is another question. Who will win? So Leighton, Bobby, and Bobby. I just think I'm going to stick with Bobby because I already explained in the last one. I still stick by the same reason that, he's being underlooked. That's that. Top and bottom. So this week I predicted Ellie will be top. I've seen her training. The samba looks really, really good. And for struggling this week, I think Jodie is in a lot of trouble. Yeah, and I think he's probably going to be at the bottom. And every week, the person at the bottom has been the person who's left. So that's why I think he'll leave as well. I need to tick them. That's what happens when you merge two videos into one. It gets very unorganised. I was totally right in week 1s and 2, but not so much on last week. Got that wrong. 10s and 40s. Again, I couldn't have been any more wrong with Leighton. He only got 7, so that was a very bad prediction. I predict Ellie could get 10s this week, but I think I could be wrong, and there'll definitely not be any 40s. At the moment, they're keeping their 10s away this year, I think. Bar Shirley. So now that I've got that fixed, I want to cross over to my scores. So Sarah's, I give her a 6 and a 7. I thought her quick step was really good. Probably her best. Amanda's been 8s all the way through. I really liked her salsa and I thought her rumble was good. It was just a shame she missed her back bend and she didn't spot. But apart from that, it was nowhere near a 6. And I think Sarah's been underappreciated. Yes, her posture was bad, but she had great travel across the floor. Annabelle was really undermarked. I was glad she got her 8s for her waltz. It was beautiful, quiet, elegant. But 7s I really liked. Rubber one too. Yeah, Jodie's really boring. 5-4. Well, it was very bad. 5, yeah. Leighton got his 8. Didn't think it was his best. But the quick step, best dance of the series. Angela, 8. I thought her Charleston was overrated. There were sync problems. To be honest, I preferred her jive, but there you go in terms of performance. Eddie was an 8, by far his best. Didn't deserve a 10, but it was a good dance. Angela had her worst 6. It just wasn't enough of a quick step for me. But I loved her foxtrot, really elegant and a lot of good content. That suited her a lot more. Ellie was a 9, very underappreciated. I thought she did so well. She had great freedom and spins and storytelling. Should have been 9s across the board. Adam, 7, a little bit of an improvement. It wasn't great technically, but he's definitely improved. I did really like Ellie's foxtrot. I thought his tango last week was alright. Didn't deserve a 7 though. And I didn't understand Eddie's concept for his cha-cha, so I'd have only given it a 5. Leia's was a 4, and we saw bye-bye to him. It was fun, but awful. Christian, 6, I thought he was underrated for his foxtrot. His Charleston was an 8. I really liked it, and I thought he did a great job at the dance. Plus, the storytelling was on point. Nikita, it was nice to see her do well at the jive because she's not a great dancer. She got a 6. I thought she deserved it. However, Charleston, where were the swivels? Bobby, 8 and 9. I thought his samba was brilliant. And again, best dance of the night. Where were the 9s? I don't know. His Charleston was really, really good. His swivel action. And I thought he should have got 8s across the board. He's been very underrated. Nigel, his jive was not good. Don't he deserve 6s? 7 was pushing it. 7, yeah, for his Viennese waltz. It was good, but nothing has beat that passo. So there you go. That's the scoreboard. I've moved over to the window so you can read it a bit better. Well, so I can read it better because this is only for me. So there you go. And now I have me again, and I'm turning round to this lovely board, and we're going to update it in a minute. So now we have the updated version, and if Jodie does go, that means that on all the rows there's been a person gone, so that makes it very fair actually. And if I had to predict based on this board, I think that this row's the safest, and then this one and that one could be at risk of getting the first with 2 reds, even though they're all in white at the minute. After Jodie goes, I think Zara or Eddie could be at risk. Christian as well on the board, however's really improved, and Adam could be at risk. I think all the rest of these are fine at the minute. And also, I was really disappointed that I compiled a whole playlist together, and both Leslie Garrett's routines are gone. They copyright them. What was the point of me making an Anton playlist? You're just going to remove them. So that was not good. Also, I didn't screen record them or save them, so I don't know where to access them, so they better unblock them. So we'll leave with this.